Okay, so for this question here, develop a multiple linear regression model. So we're gonna use the regression analysis, which is like you just go to data and then you do the regression to predict quarterly sales using annual income and training hours. So we need these three columns, and quarterly sales is gonna be the basis. So I'm just gonna copy the three columns and paste them here. So quarterly sales, annual income, and 20 hours. Quarterly sales is here. I'm just gonna copy the column. Then the same thing with annual income. The last one is gonna be the training hours. Here. Okay, so we pretty much have like all three columns here. Just for the sake of organization, I'm separating them like in different colors. Okay, so you want to know the regression equation, and then here you have you want information for the annual income, and then for the 20 hours, quarterly sales. So pretty much we're gonna use like one regression for quarterly sales with annual income, one with quarterly sales and 20 hours, and one for both of them. So we can start with the first one. We can select the data. Then just go to data analysis, and then let's select regression. So our Y is going to be the quarterly sales only. And then our X can be first, just the annual income, for example. I do have labels because I'm selecting the first. I just want a new worksheet. I want it to be here. So let me just select one place. Okay. I don't need to have any residuals for this exercise. Okay. So that for example, in this case, you can see here, it's just the annual income. So what I can do here is already like do the same thing for the other ones, so I can answer all the questions. So I'm just selecting like some data analysis, regression. So the Y is not going to change. I'm just going to change the X range. Instead of annual income, I'm going to select the training hours. Same thing, I have the labels and the output. I don't want to overwrite what I already have. So I'm just going to create like in a different place. Okay, so in this case, for example, I have training hours. And then the last one, we can select both variables. So I'm just gonna select the data. Oh. Okay, and go to data analysis, regression. It's already like selected the Y. So here I'm gonna select both columns, the first and the last one. And the output, we have to be very careful again to see where we're gonna select it. to not override the last one. Okay, so this is the last one that we have. And to go to the, okay, so what is the intercept of the regression equation? So we can just go and um find the general one with like everything. So the intercept is gonna be here. So now I want to know just for the annual income. You can just select from there. And the form that we selected, like both as X. So this is just the annual income, and then the third one is only going to be for quarterly sales. And it's saying like intercept here. So these are the coefficients. Okay, so now it wants to know like the correlation between the annual income and the quarterly sales. It's just asking for annual income and quarterly sales. So I'm gonna use the first one, which is the green one, because it's just annual income and not the training hours. So that's why I'm just selecting the R squared for this one. So now it wants to know the training hours and quarterly sales. So it's gonna be the same thing, but for the next one. Okay. So what proportion of variability in quarterly sales is explained by the regression module? So, and one thing here, we are selecting the, let me see, we are selecting the R square, but it needs to be the multiple square. So I'm just gonna fix this part. Okay. Right, so we can go back to the other question. So in this case, it's very simple. It wants to know the F statistics of the overall, not F statistics for annual income or for the 20 hours. So it's overall. So you know, you're gonna select for all the amounts. So not this F statistics, not this one. You're gonna select the last one. And then here, what is the predicted quarterly sales for a customer that has annual income this amount and training hours this amount? So for one way of doing this is just adding all the amounts here. Intercept plus annual income plus training hours. This will be the total amount. However, what you want here is that the annual income is this amount and the training hours is this amount. So annual income is first and training hours is the last one. So in this case, you want it to be 61574. And for the training hours, you want it to be 40. So you just multiply these amounts. You see, so I just added all of them, and in the variables that they wanted to change, I just multiplied. So here I have what is the residual for the customer in the previous question. So in this case here, if her quarterly sales is this amount, so we can just type this amount minus the previous question. Determine the p-value or the annual income section. So we're just gonna go to the p-value. Where is it? Okay, this is the intercept. So the one that is asking here is the annual income. So we're just gonna select the p-value for the annual income. Okay, 0 in case it doesn't enter 0 here, you just like fix this part. Instead of general, you can use it, convert it to number, so you're gonna know that it's 0. And then you want the same thing for training hours. So we're just gonna go to the training hours section. Okay, so because of the p-value amount, you know, it's lower than the alpha that we have 5%. It means that there is a significance, it is a significant predictor. So, but here it says annual income. So annual income is a significant predictor of quality sales, and in this case, it's training hours. So training hours is okay. And the last thing, or the first thing that we can do, is the regression equation. So you know that the first one that we use as in y was the quarterly sales. So equals quarterly sales. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put quarterly sales equal. We have the two variables, annual income and training hours. So in the one that we use both of them, we can say that this times annual income plus this times training sales minus the intercept, it's going to be the quarterly sales. So equals this. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna get the amount 0.072, whatever. 0.072 times annual income plus the next one is training hours. You can just remember that, for example, here is 72, round in here is 55, 6, 8. So you can just round it here for 7. So that's our equation. And this question is done.